Newly confirmed Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh is hearing his first arguments from the bench today, despite lingering allegations of sexual assault. During testimony last week, Kavanaugh ranted against Democrats. Now the most powerful court in the United States has a solid conservative majority. Loyola is outside the court.
So help me God. So help me God.
Newly appointed Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh took the bench today to hear his first arguments after a bitter battle over his nomination.
I want to apologize to Brett and the entire Kavanaugh family for the terrible pain and suffering you have been forced to endure.
Accusations of sexual misconduct dating back decades caused protesters to descend on Capitol Hill for the past 2 weeks. More demonstrators lined up outside of the High Court to greet Justice Kavanaugh on his first day. This morning, the president tweeted, "The paid D.C. protesters are now ready to really protest because they haven't gotten their checks. In other words, they weren't paid. Screamers in Congress and outside were far too obvious, less professional than anticipated by those paying or not paying the bills." Justice Kavanaugh also received criticism from a retired Supreme Court justice for striking a partisan tone during his confirmation.
This whole 2-week effort has been a calculated and orchestrated political hit.
Now, Justice Kavanaugh promises to be a force for stability and unity.
I was not appointed to serve one party or one interest, but to serve one nation. Every American can be assured that I will be an independent and impartial justice.
The first arguments Kavanaugh will hear are technical cases involving what constitutes an armed career criminal. Mola, CBS News, the Supreme Court.
Matthew Sag is a professor of law at Loyola University of Chicago. He's also the co-founder of SCOTUSOA.com, which uses data to analyze Supreme Court oral arguments. He joins us now by Skype from Chicago. So, Matt, we know that there's no questioning this. It's a conservative tilt now to the Supreme Court. How do you think this is going to affect rulings on the bench?
I actually think in the short term it's going to affect rulings in that we're going to see a lot of narrowly decided cases. I think Roberts' legacy and the legitimacy of the court depend to some extent on getting to some result that's not 5-4.
So when was the last time that our country had a Supreme Court with 5 solidly conservative justices?
Well, you've certainly had conservative majorities on the Supreme Court. You go back to the justices who blocked the New Deal legislation under Roosevelt. What's different this time is that we have a perfectly polarized court. Basically, it's not just that we have a conservative majority, it's that we have the conservative majority who are all perfectly sorted by party. We don't have conservative Democrats and liberal Republicans anymore, it seems. We have solid conservative Republican appointees whose votes are largely quite predictable, as are the Democrat appointees.
So Kavanaugh's first cases today will focus on sentencing under the 1984 Armed Career Criminal Act. What's at stake with these cases?
These are very technical cases. They're actually a little bit like a first-year criminal law exam. There's going to be a lot of discussion of what are the elements of particular offenses such as burglary and how that relates to the Armed Career Criminal Act. But what's really at stake is the breadth or narrowness of sentence enhancement. Under this law, if you are a 3-time armed career criminal, then you have a mandatory 15-year term of imprisonment. And so, the technicalities, they're really going to matter a lot to some people.
And we know tomorrow the new justices will also hear a case about how long ICE can wait before detaining immigrants of crime. How do you think having Kavanaugh added to the bench might affect the way they rule on this case?
That's one that I expect is definitely going to go the government's way and might have resulted in a 4-4 split had Kavanaugh not been on the court.
That's interesting to hear you say that. Besides this case, what other landmark cases down the line are you watching and expecting the court to take up?
The most important one coming this term, I think, is Raucho versus Common Cause. That's yet another partisan gerrymander case. It's significant because partisan gerrymandering is obviously significant to the way our democracy works. It's also significant because I think it's almost inevitable someone will ask Kavanaugh to recuse himself. based on his highly partisan charged testimony last week.
So how would that work, Matt, if somebody says, OK, we think he's partisan because of what he said during his testimony last week? How does somebody who's presenting a case go to ask for a Supreme Court justice to be recused?
You would file a motion with the court. There are no real standards that apply to the Supreme Court on the issue of whether a justice should recuse. And I think in this case, it's almost a dead certainty that Kavanaugh would not recuse himself.
Interesting. Interesting to hear you say that, Matthew Sag. Grateful you can join us. Thanks again for your time.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
You bet.